Hi everyone. This week's assignment was a lot of fun. I did feel frustrated at times, but what I took away from it overall was the intentionality that the old web had compared to what we know today. I'm a millennial. I was born in 1989, and so my relationship with the internet began when I was in elementary school. My parents were given a computer, it had a floppy disk. My sisters and I tried to figure out how to use it. We could not for the lives of us. Um, and then that thing kind of was a junker, and my parents got rid of it. We didn't get a new computer until 2004. That was my first year of high school. And we used it to go on AIM. I used it to download music and talk to my friends on MySpace. I had a lot of friends that knew how to do the coding for MySpace pages. I never got into it, I never learned. Um, and I wasn't really big into like YouTube or using Google to do any of that stuff. I still was very much into reading and going to the library and doing my research that way. Um, However, when I went on to George Fox's archived website, um, I just noticed that it was a little clunky. Um, the graphics were dated, and there weren't any like drop down searches. Um, yeah, so you just have to be like more intentional when you're on there. It's laggy. Um, and so moving on to the Wikipedia race, I got lucky. My race was Teen Titans Go to Madonna. And so when I saw that immediately, my mind was already like, okay, what are some buzzwords that I can look for and click on? And so when I started the race, I looked for the media of Teen Titans. I found like soundtrack, and of course, it's pop music because it's geared towards young kids. And so I clicked on that, and then immediately after, I found Madonna. She's the queen of pop. If it would have been two other like topics that I know nothing about, I probably wouldn't have been as successful. I can see how that game can become really frustrating, but also fun at the same time. Um, but I think like when you're doing something like that, you need to think in categories, and that will lead you to where you want to go faster. Um, and then, so my digital trail, I used my phone because it tracks what I'm doing on it. There was a lot of mindless opening of Instagram, not necessarily like scrolling on it, but just opening it up. That's one way that I stay connected with my sisters and my family that live out of state. Um, and I watch a lot of YouTube because I enjoy following different psychotherapists and psychologists. I'm a psych major, and that's one way that I stay up to date on the field and just cutting edge research and what is happening. Um, and then just comparing and contrasting algorithmic and non algorithmic media. So, one form of non algorithmic media is listening to the radio. Um, Sometimes I do that when I'm driving and I forget to plug my phone in and I'm already, hands are on the wheel. So, I mean, that's not tailored to my specific interests. I have a very broad, like, eclectic range of music that I enjoy, but I know that if I click on, like, if I set it to rock, that's all I'm gonna hear. And if it's on pop station, then I'm gonna be listening to Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter. Um, it just depends on like what I like. I have to make the decision myself and not let the algorithm decide for me. All in all, I think that it's been a great experience, very eye opening, and I can't wait to learn from y'all and what your discoveries are. Thank you.